All right, fellas, we right back at it again. Game of Thrones League. Once again, the best league around, hands down. Don't ask nobody. Find out yourself. It's your boy, AntHits the franchise. Google, hi. Let's get it. All right, we started off with the Bears and the Bengals. Now we're going to the next team, which is the Bills. To me, this is my sleeper team. Bills is a sleeper team on the game and connected franchise mode. All right, this is a really good team, meaning it ain't a top team to pick, but it's a really good team to build and take and have good pieces on the team to develop as you go along in your franchise. All right, first let's talk about the person that has the Bills, and we have Hydro Wolf. All right, it's one of my old WBML members. From shout out to Smut in WBML League, man. Hydro Wolf, I think he's a good dude. He's also a part of our rules committee again. And, he's new to our league, actually joining us and being on us, but he's not a new person to us as far as planning franchises with us. All right. He has the Buffalo Bills. The first interesting thing he did was looked at his team and he decided Tyree Jackson, the Buffalo University quarterback, he gave him up for trade. He actually traded him to me, the Jaguars, which caused some questions and controversy throughout our league. And the guys that are very competitive that saw that, the trade that he gave up, didn't like it at all. The trade was revamped, and we did a 5th round pick and 2/3. Okay. With that being said, actually he still has to get his 2/3. But with that being said, the Buffalo Bills have a good roster that you can start playing with. Let's talk about the division he's in first and who's over there with him. All right, so the AFC East, you got the Bills, Jets, Patriots, and Dolphins, as always. All right, to me, the Patriots is a win right now team, especially the way they made Tom Brady now. The quarterbacks that pocket passers can play this year, and those that are elite actually stand out. They got the best corner on the game with Stephon Gilmore by far, and they have very good secondary and some good pieces on there. Their rookies, to me, outstanding standouts will be N'Keal Harry, their number 1 pick, which is the receiver. He's going to be a dog for them. Josh Gordon being back on the field is going to be a dog for him. You have speed with Philip Dorsett, and these guys got a bunch of veteran presence all over the place, all over the field, and they have one of the best offensive lines on the game. So the Patriots right now, with Black King 30 is actually the coach over there. He has the upper hand on his division right now just by selecting the Patriots as his team. All right. The next team in this division to me has one of the sleeper roster. That's a really good team to play with this year that I'm actually looking for a league where I can beat the Jets is the Jets. All right. And Seahawks has the Jets. They have a really good roster. So that's my second best team in this division. And then it's the Bills and then the Dolphins. All right. So now in this division, it can be anybody's show. I will say I think King 30 Black will win the division. I think the pressure will come from Seahound and from Hydro Wolf when it comes down to Black winning the division. Now Jesus Warrior, shout out to him. He's a good dude, can play the game pretty well. But the Dolphins are the absolute worst team in connected franchise mode. Flat out. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right. So with that being said, I think the Patriots will win in our first season. Patriots will win the division and will have a chance to fight for a Super Bowl. All right. Now let's get to the rosters of the Buffalo Bills. And here we go, the Bills. As always, they got Josh Allen at quarterback, man. This guy's a dog, for real, flat out. All right. 99 throw power. He has the highest throw power rating on the game by far. All right. Not only does he have 99 throw power, 77 deep, 78 medium. You see the attributes right here. But this is what makes him good. He can run the football. 84 speed, 87 acceleration. So not only will he throw dimes down the field, he can also roll out and play. All right. So this is a guy that can escape that vicious pass rush that he'll see game in and game out with this new Madden. But he also has the capability of doing it. The only problem is he's still young, 1 year in. He does have the X factor on this guy, but I'm saying this. 1 year in, these quarterbacks throw the ball all over the place. So you still have to develop this guy. Again, as a top-notch quarterback, he's still 75 overall. You have to build him. Best player on this offense by far. Okay. At running back, you still got the old savvy veteran, LaShawn McCoy. You got Shady still over here. Shady dropped in speed and stuff, but he's still Shady McCoy, and that 82 overall can get things done for you. So for right now, year 1, 2, he can hold you down. Frank Gore can be your power back. He can get a couple yards with Frank Gore. He's still not at the point now where you can't run him, but he definitely could tote the ball for you. TJ Yeldon still has great franchise mode attributes that you can use at 25 years old, 77 overall. He still has 88 speed, which is top-notch speed, 90 acceleration, 86 agility, 73 strength. The guy can still tote the rock. So you got solid running backs, but your sleeper back right here is Devin Singletary. All right, this guy, I mean, coming out in the combine and all that in the draft, he was definitely talked about as one of the top running backs. That 86 speed, again, I told y'all, 86 speed is like the new 88 speed, almost 90, like, and to me on this Madden, because the speed doesn't kill you. That they can still go to the house with 60, 70 yard runs with this speed. 89 acceleration, agility is good. So you got a shifty back to go along with guys that could tote the rock for you. So you can really run the ball with this offense right here. All right. At receiver, Cole Beasley, 83 overall, 30 years old, but because he's 83 overall, most corners, he'll beat those matchups because there ain't that many 80 overall plus corners in the league. So he'll win a lot of matchups. Me personally, I'll put him in a slot and not as my number 1. All right, your speedster is Brown. You use him for your speed routes, of course. But Zay Jones, you know what I mean, this is not a bad receiver to have at 24 years old. But Robert Foster is the piece that everybody will come to you trying to trade for. 6'2", 196. To me, this is the receiver you don't give up. You keep him and you put a trade on him right away, star. So you got offensive weapons here. You can use these guys and have a complete offense, especially with that guy throwing 99 throw power. You do got a guy that can stretch the field. Me personally, I'll look for somebody like a Marquise Brown to put along with this team. Maybe he can go see if the Niners is willing to trade him, especially after the trade they made last night and got Sammy Watkins over there. I think that'll be a great piece because you need somebody that can run and stretch the field with that quarterback and his arm. At tight end, Croft, I mean, he loaded with tight end. I don't know how many of these guys are going to stick around, but I mean, Dawson Knox, a 69 overall rookie, you play him right away, 86, 91 speed. And they kind of okay at tight end. You start Tyler Croft, but you got to get Knox on the field. 77 left tackle. Again, this is a high. Anything 75 and above is considered a good lineman to me. All right, so 78. So right now you are an average, a little above average line. 81 right here at center, and they still all in their 20s. 71. Now you're getting a little below that. 75, that little below average line. So your right guard need work, and 72, your right tackle need work. They do have rookies that they can plug in once they develop. So he's kind of fine in this situation. I don't think he has to run around looking for too many linemen at all. If you're trying to win now, maybe you trade for a guard right now, but stay away from a right tackle because Cody Ford from Oklahoma is a big guy that you can plug and play at 88 strength. All right. Defense, Shaq Lawson is still a Madden great player, 82 speed, 87 acceleration, 78 overall. So you can play him. You got Trent Murphy over here. You got a rookie, Dow Johnson Jr. You will have to develop this guy, but right now he sits the bench at 63 overall. You got Jerry Hughes and you got Eli Harold, who moved from linebacker to defensive end, which is good. I think to me that was great because now you got 31-year-old Jerry Hughes. You can plug and play Eli until you get somebody over there. Ed Oliver, one of the best players to come out in the rookie class. Of course, he's a dog. And you good with Harrison Phillips, who they got last year, 92 strength. But then you still got Starr over here. You got defensive presence for real. So, me personally, I think you find that D tackle. Right now in the D-line, you're kind of average at the D-line, but you're fine at D tackle. And these guys are fast enough to get to the ball, and most of them are going to beat most of these lines running around in the league right now. All right, so Maurice Alexander is a Madden player for real. 28 years old, 69 overall, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, nothing around that. Hit power is 89. This guy is going to knock somebody's head off all game long, and he's fast enough to be able to match up with the running backs and the tight ends, flat out. All right. Trayvon Edmonds is a piece that you don't get rid of, and rookie Voshon Joseph, the moment you put a star on him, he becomes your starting second linebacker in your 3-4 or whatever, 4-4s or whatever defense you play. You got two middle linebackers, 86 speed and 90 overall. You have two dogs right here in the middle. Right away, you don't have to build for a long time there. All right, Lorenzo Alexander at 36 years old. This is where you'll probably need help at. You can always, until you get it built, you can always go pit Voshon Johnson at outside linebacker and start Julian Stanford at the middle linebacker, or come back to one of these guys like Matt Miliano. You can always put him at middle linebacker and move Voshon outside. That's probably what I would do. I would move Voshon Joseph to the outside linebacker and bring Ilio in here, Melanio in here at the middle linebacker, play the number 2 for me. I like this linebacker core. Again, they got a sneaky good roster. This is my sleeper team. All right, at cornerbacks, you got Tre'Davious White out here, Teron Johnson. They young, so these guys are going to develop for you, man. Look at that, Levi Wallace, 1 year in. These guys will develop for you. You're not blazing at corner, but you're not slow at corner either. And the fact that you have nothing but 85s and 70s on your team, they all are pieces that you can work with. Now, last year, these safeties were very high. Mekhi High, he's the dog. Don't get rid of him. You play with him, 28 or not. You play with him until you can't play with him anymore, period. And Jordan Poyer, again, 80. I thought they dropped his overall a little bit, but this is the dog at safety too. So he's kind of straight in the secondary. I mean, you could. Tre'Davious White is a dog, but you kind of need to find another guy maybe. I guess if Levi Wallace can develop, you can be good at corner. So, like, you can play with this team right now as it is. And to me, I think you need to go get a receiver and another offensive lineman, and then maybe a corner that you can go find maybe, or you can wait till the draft. Either or, but right now to start your season off with these Bills, you would need a right guard and a wide receiver that can blow the tops off to any coverage right now. One of those guys with 95 and above speed. Hint, go get the ball. Goodwin from the 49ers. All right, that's my Bills team. I think they got a good roster. Like I said, they pretty solid. We're going to slide over into these Broncos and get over in the AFC West. All right, now our Bronco user is my boy DC Hitter. He is back in the building. DC like to run the football and play off the run. All right, DC Hitter. So let's go see what that division looking like over there. All right, AFC West. You got the Chiefs over there. That's King Falk. Again, one of the best users in our league. He usually wins Super Bowl, multiple Super Bowls. He's a dog on the sticks. Any league he go to, he win. So right now, you behind the 8-ball playing in this division because you playing against one of the best right away. All right, and the Chargers is Irish Tillman. Raiders is Shakir. Broncos. This is a weak division outside of Falky, but DC Hitter hasn't been in our league for a year. He took a year off. He's back. It comes down to Falky's going to win his division in my eyes every year. If DC Hitter can make a push, he will be the only one that can make that push. All right, so you're dealing with a stat division right now, so this is crazy. So DC, you better step it up right now, because right now we looking at Falk building his Chief team faster than anybody, because you got a stat game and a stat game 2 times a year. Don't you become that stat game, you heard? Let's go look at your roster right now. Oh, look at these Broncos in the building. What they about? There we go. So you already right now, and this is the crazy part, because the Broncos got one of the best pass rushers on the game, period. 2 of them. All right. So Joe Flacco, I guarantee you he's not his starting quarterback. And what I know he's going to do is he's going to go at Drew Lock. And remember, you get to pick a star trait or X factor on this guy. So if he's smart like I think he is, this guy is running around with the X factor. Gotta be superstar X factor, like I said. I don't want to disregard that. Let's get back to him. So now Drew Lock becomes your immediate starter. And what I do know about rookie quarterbacks, I don't care if he got the X factor on him or not, you will struggle with this guy at quarterback. okay? Because they make rookies play completely like rookies. They will be sporadic. You don't know what you're going to get out of these rookies. If any pressure whatsoever steps in their face, and you're in a division where the Chargers have great pass rushers, the Chiefs just made trades to get J.J. Watt over here. They got a good pass rush now. You are going to be throwing four games a year with just those two teams alone with heat in your face. Can your quarterback hold up? Me personally, you got to play him now, and you start him right away, and you allow him to develop as he go. You know what I'm saying? And just deal with it. But he's going to throw balls in the dirt, but he do have enough speed to be able to maintain some drives by running the ball and getting first downs and things like that. I like Drew Lock. 89 throw power. Again, that's like having a 93, 94 throw power to 89 right now. That's real talk. Like that. Running backs. Phillip, look, man, you got a guy that's 86 overall, shifty. Not only is he shifty, he can carry the ball, 93 carrying, 89 ball carrying, vision, 80 break tackle, 70 truck. He's a dog. 86 overall, 25 years old, only 1 year in. I think he already comes with a star trait exactly. Then you got a hammer with Royce Freeman. This was one of my sleeper backs last year coming out in the draft. He's sitting there, 88, 89 speed. All right, and then you got the rookie down here. No, where'd the rookie go? He don't have a rookie, but Devontae Booker, here goes some pieces you can trade right here. This is a trade piece. I don't know if this guy was on his team or not, but these guys are trade pieces, so you don't want to go into the league with all these running backs. I think Lindsey, Freeman, and maybe Muhammad can be your guys right now, and the rest of them get traded. At receiver, Emmanuel Sanders is up there in age right now. He's your best receiver, 88 overall. He still will win matchups, but I don't think he has that elite presence where he can dominate a football game. All right. Now, you're going to ask Drew Lock to grow with Courtland Sutton, okay? I don't know if Courtland Sutton got a star. They came with a star. Him and Hamilton both came with stars right now. So you do got guys you can play around right now. You got Courtland Sutton and Hamilton. That's good. You don't have somebody that can take the top off the defense out here right now. I think you can wait for the draft, though, with this receiver class right now. I think you can wait. You don't have to make no sudden trades. Unless there's something out there you can't let go, you kind of good with this roster at receiver. All right, over here. Tight ends, you have one of the best tight ends that came out the draft. But you have so many tight ends over here with speed that they're all trade bait right now. You can literally build your holes off your tight ends right now, flat out. All right, I hope you're listening. But right now, Austin Seferian-Jenkins is dropped to 1 speed, 1 acceleration because he hasn't fixed his roster yet. His team signed free agents. We're not at that stage where you can be signing free agents yet. So he's dealing with that penalty. But again, Austin is a great tight end. You still got a blocking tight end right here, and you got Jake Butt, who you can trade. Noah Fant don't go nowhere. He becomes your number 1 immediately, and Bug Howard is a trade piece. So me personally, I don't know. I would try to I would keep Austin and Fant and look at all the rest of these guys as trade pieces, because you can get 1 late draft pick or maybe 2 out of people with these guys. All right, there's a lot of people that need tight ends, and the tight ends are the bookend receivers this year because they gonna beat the matchups with linebackers flat out. Now let's look at this line. All right, so you got 77 left tackle. Remember, 75 and above is a good person to have on your line. All right, Dalton Risner as a rookie, 70 overall. It's not bad because he's a rookie. I like that. Connor McGovern is a 71. You're good there that you can develop. Ron Leary, 80 at 30 years old, but he's still at 80 overall. And Jawan James, 77 overall. This line is an average line. It can hold up. It's pretty solid. You can do some things with this line right now as is. But then when you get to this side of the ball, Derek Wolfe to me still is a dog at 29 years old, 81 overall. He's going to draw pressure often, early and often. You hurt. At right end, you got Adam Gossis. Me personally, I'm looking for somebody to replace him. My boy DeMarcus Walker. I would try to get him involved somehow. Tremont Jones. I don't know. One of these 2 guys can get involved. Me personally. Now, we know as well as I know, and the rest of y'all looking at this know, he needs a bookend DN. Where's that DN at? Let's see how smart he is, but we'll see. Right now, Shelby Harris, 84 strength. To me, you kind of are very weak at D tackle right here. All right, you ain't gonna get no pressure, no edge. But you got D tackles at defensive end right now on this team. See what I'm saying? You got guys that you can plug in and play at DN right now. Just Pay attention to it. There's 2 of them sitting right here. All right, and there's a reason why. You want strength at your D tackles, and they run a 3-4, so their defensive ends are D tackles and any other scheme but a 3-4, right? And of course, your real D ends are sitting outside linebacker, but you leave Von Miller outside linebacker. Justin Hollins gets on the field right now, right? Right. All right, and here's why. You put him on the field right now. Von stays at left. Justin Hollins goes to right. And that kid that's sitting over here at right goes to your right defensive end immediately. Right? Anybody else that don't agree with me with that? All right, let's go back to that. So Von Miller's your starting outside linebacker. This guy becomes your starting right outside linebacker. And Bradley Chubb becomes your defensive end. And now you have a great pass rush up front. You're going to get after people with Wolf, Chubb, and Von Miller coming off the edge. And don't forget Justin Hollins at 6'5", 248 with that 86 speed, 87 acceleration to come off the edge too. Now middle linebacker, you got Todd Davis. All right, you got Josie Jewell. I think Josie Jewell comes. Nope, he came with a normal. I thought one of these guys came with a star. All right, you can get help at middle linebacker. These guys are slow, 77 speed. You can get help. You can plug this guy in, but that 62 is killing you. So your immediate need, you can get away with it, but your immediate need is to go get a middle linebacker. Maybe you can find one in the draft, or maybe move one of these guys to middle linebacker and just deal with it. 69, 65, they're still worth playing right now. 65, 69s. All right. So you still got Dakota Watson that you can move to the middle linebacker. And really be all right over there with Bradley Chubb getting moved to D tackle. So this team is pretty solid. But where they're great at is in the secondary right now, especially at corner. They have a shutdown corner, one of 6 shutdown corners in the league, unless you put in the X factor on your rookie corners. They're one of 6 guys. So Harris is shutting the half of the field down when he get on fire. And Bryce Callahan came over for the Bears. You already know what he about. So now you got 2 corners that's going to win most of the matchups when it come down to receivers on the other end on the field. They going to better win those matchups. And then you got an up-and-coming guy, Isaac Yadam, who's going to ball out with that 90 speed, 92 acceleration. I like it. Rookie over here, Elijah Holder. This guy can get moved to safety right away. I would, me personally, just with that speed. Justin Simmons is a dog at safety. You know that. We know that. So he's a guy you can keep right around. He's only 25 years old. He got a good situation right now. Kareem Jackson is a good safety for right now. Both your safeties, Will Parks, you need help here. But Sue Cravens, this is a linebacker waiting to happen. There go your middle linebacker right here. So this is why you fuck with the franchise guru, excuse my language. Right now, you move him to middle linebacker because, yes, he fits the bill. 6'1", 224. You only got to be 6 foot 215 to get moved to middle linebacker. This guy gets moved to middle linebacker right now, and that saves your problem at middle linebacker, and you don't got to worry about doing nothing else. Bradley Chubb goes to DN, Hollins at right, Miller at the left, and you got 2 dogs sitting in the middle right now with Sue Cravens. All right, so then your weak point would be eventually go get yourself a safety. Simple as that. Will Parks being 25, you can develop him, but you still need a safety over here. That's the Broncos team. I really like what I see over here. Let's go, and this will be the last team. I'm not going to do one more team. Matter of fact, I will. I'm gonna do the. I'll come back and do the Browns. That's something to talk about. Holla at me. This your boy AntHits, the franchise guru, Mad Franchise Junkie, Madden 20. Game of Thrones about to start. Stay tuned. We open free agency at 12 o'clock tomorrow, and shit grade go down, man. All games will be broadcast. Before I get back to the Browns, we'll talk about them later. We about to go show our quarterback controversy over here in our next broadcast, where we plan our preseason game. Who's going to start in Jacksonville, Duval County? Let's get it. Holla at me.